Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you tapped in, hit and smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and now let's get into it.
Y'all check this footage out. So a trucker in Alberta, Canada captures a 11 through 13 foot Sasquatch on his dash camera while driving on site. This is amazing. Watch. You're about to see. Keep watching.
A Sasquatch are also known to be Bigfoots.
Look at it.
Dang.
Yeah, right there. That thing is huge.
Gigantic.
That's a legit Sasquatch, you guys. 11 to 13 foot tall. Alberta, Canada.
A thief in Sacramento so desperate to steal a package, they pretended to be a bag of trash.
No, I cannot do this.
Look at this right here.
You can't make that up.
Video, and it shows the person crouched underneath a garbage bag, approaching the front door and stealing somebody's pack.
They're getting messy out there.
It's the feet that take me out.
It really does.
Underneath the bag.
For a package.
The homeowner said he originally thought his package blew away because it was windy that day, but then he said he was shocked to see what really happened after checking the security footage and finding this.
You are literally a garbage person.
Vení conmigo. No te vayas, vení. Quédate acá. Quédate acá. Deja de ladrar, quédate acá. ¿A dónde estás mirando de mí? Vení acá, Cami. Vení acá.
Yo. Do you know how many holes will pop through that door? And fast. Shit. What the hell was that? Nah.
Oh my god!
Inside here is 3 grams of sheep explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bag is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
Obviously, the drone technology is just getting better and better, but not for our own good.
So God updated the servers again last night, y'all. And he gave us this new DLC. It's a yellow quill-tip porcupine. Never seen one of these in my life. Can't tell by the tail. Looks like a possum. But yeah, that's the update.
Never seen those
made
before.
the dinosaurs go extinct. Do you realize they're asking the wrong question? The question is not what made them go extinct. The question is, did they go extinct? Now, they didn't call them dinosaur, though. They called them dragon. See, the word dinosaur wasn't made up till 1841. So for most of human history, these creatures are called dragons. Did you know dinosaurs not even in the dictionary in 1891? For most of human history, they were known as dragons. Now, dragons are mentioned in the Bible 34 times.
In the movies, Thanos' motivation is he wants balance in the universe. So he wants to find the infinity stone so he can snap away half the people so it's more resources for the people left.
Right.
That's a stupid reason. In the comics, what happened is from a little kid, Thanos was like, he was a freak, like a mutant. He looked like that. And people treated him like his only friend was Mistress Death. She would visit him. Like death was her realm. Like she was in charge of all dead. And something happened and she fucking hates him. Like he's banned from her realm. Right? He's in love with her. He's banned from her. That's why he can't die.
Oh my God.
And he's trying to impress her by sending her more souls. So he wants the Infinity Gauntlet so he can snap it away. So the movie ends. The movie would have ended in a completely different way. He ended up having he created a platform for her and a throne so she could watch when he snapped away the rest of the universe. And all of the Avengers and everybody showed up to fight this.
No reason, bro. Who is Dave? Right now. Who is Dave? Why does it matter who Dave is? Why does it matter? Does it matter who Dave is? I don't know who Dave is. Get off, bro. Get off. Why would I get off out here?
What?
Get off the jet ski. Get off. Get off, bro. Yep. Down, bro.
Nah. Come on.
I was already, okay, I'm already in this. Like, I'm not trying to.
Hey, bro. Oh, show you.
Inside. Fouled on the shot try. Down he goes, and down goes Jetty Osmond.
Yellow blood. That jump.
Damn.
Well, I'm in the mall. Coming to the mall makes me realize we're living in a simulation. Like, this can't be real. You're telling me this place right here that has 2 people working in there, they're selling enough hats just to pay 2 employees? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not real. Like, some of these stores, like, okay, like, maybe, right? Like, women's lingerie, underwear, whatever. The Buckle, I don't know. People still shop in there. You're telling me this place, icing, sells enough $2 earrings to pay their rent? No way. And then this place, what do? They're selling nail polish and candles. That's not, no, there's no way. Oh, phone cases? No. Nope, not happening. This place. Okay, they're selling Dreamcatcher earrings and rocks. Never met anybody that bought one of those from the mall. It's all fake. It's all fake. All of it.
Have you ever seen a picture of the PayPal Mafia? These are guys who all basically, they didn't live together, but there's 23 people. Elon Musk was one of them. He was part of a gang of 23. 2 of them started YouTube. 1 of them started LinkedIn. 1 of them started Yelp. 2 of them started Palantir. 2 of them started Founders Fund, the 2nd biggest VC fund in history, Ken Howard and Peter Thiel.
It's getting wild out there. You have no mercy.
As fellow Disney stars, are you all in a secret Illuminati-like club?
No.
Is it because you can't tell me if you are?
No.
Is that true, Sam?
Inconclusive. Can you imagine?
I don't know what y'all thought this was, but this is the GOAT. I had this made because somebody told me I was the GOAT. So I wanted to make me a GOAT chain. All that other shit y'all talking about, I don't know what y'all talking about, but this is the GOAT. Greatest of all time. With a blue diamond on his head, gold. GOAT. That other shit y'all talking about, miss me with that bullshit. Leave me the alone.
How did
Goat or the Baphomet? You guess tell me.
Bill Gates come to exert such power?
Bill Gates did not invent anything. The basic program was made by some mathematics professors in a college. The office operating system was by a software engineer, and he bought it for $50,000. He's built the empire by creating patents on software. And the first WTO meeting in Singapore gave him tax concessions, which is why all the IT industry moved to India. The fact that Silicon Valley became India's Silicon Valley is because they could save $40 billion annually. And making any communication system illegal, he's the one who gains, because all the software for all the digital economy, he collects rents and royalties on that. And then he started to put some of his money into philanthropy. And everyone thinks, wow, he's such a generous man. He gives so much. But I've done an analysis in the book. Every place he gives to is his former future markets.
Check this out. This is insane.
I hadn't tapped it, I hadn't inserted it, I hadn't swiped it, and then all of a sudden, out comes the receipt, and I said, how did this get paid for? The cashier couldn't explain it. She stood there literally just sort of blank. I really thought that the guy ahead of me, that he had been charged. I said, somebody paid for this on a credit card somewhere. Turns out the tap-to-pay card reader at Safeway had ignored the debit card in Edgar's hand. Instead, it reached into Edgar's back pocket,
that's
threw
crazy.
his wallet, and charged his Bank of America credit card tucked inside. That's
insane.
a pretty big reach. I mean, around me or through me to my wallet. Why didn't he grab the card that was near?
Is that even
How
legal?
did it decide what to grab?
I was shocked. I was like, well, it can't be.
Sonia Cesare says it happened at a doctor's office.
I went to pay, and they said, you're already paid. And I said, I haven't inserted my card. I haven't even taken it out of my wallet.
Turns out the card reader there had sent radio waves into her purse and charged her credit card without her knowing it. And that wasn't all. Sonia got an even bigger surprise at a little shop.
The woman said, oh my, it's just read 3 cards.
The store's tap-to-pay system charged not only 1, but 3 credit cards tucked in a wallet inside her purse.
I'd say I was 2 feet away at that point, for sure.
All charges were reversed.
In a dramatic display that's almost Oscar-worthy, a flying squirrel has faked its own death and then even staged a crime scene. All right, so in a clip that's gone viral, the rodent knocks over a broom. When it fails to land in a convincing position, the squirrel has a bit of a rethink, a forward roll, so it ends up under the broom. It's pretty convincing for a devastating murder scene. And hang on, final story. The squirrel ending up with arms splayed and the murder weapon across its chest. It was the squirrel in the laundry with the broom. Conclusive evidence. There you go. I love that. Let's watch it again. Why not? Here we go. Here we go. No, not good enough. Here he goes again. Maybe I'll just have a little rethink, move around. They won't even notice. I put myself under the broom. Here we go. Oh!
Squirrel or Skinny Walker?
And just as a final flourish, here he goes. Oh, yeah. It stopped me! I'm down! Squirrel down!
Ancient alchemy, red mercury, gold, garlic, and a mirror. So let's talk about it. Red mercury and gold. Is it the key element behind the ancient technology of these advanced architecture? As we can see here, red mercury is repelled by garlic and attracted by gold magnetically. When a mirror is placed beside it, colorless in the mirror, it has no reflection. It gives off free energy, overheats the metals that it comes in contact with. Many electronic valve devices have RM ampules found in the throat of the ancient Egyptian mummies, so it has healing prosperities, it has health benefits. Is it vampire blood? Well, no, it's red mercury. The whole vampire blood repelled by garlic and them having no reflection makes a little bit more sense now.
Tommy Truthful here from truthmafia.com. So it's pretty amazing that this vampire blood or red mercury is repelled by garlic and attracted to gold and doesn't even show a reflection in the mirror. It kind of really makes sense, like the girl said, where them legends came from. I mean, look at that. That's crazy right there. Now, I believe this red mercury was used in free energy technology. Just think, you're pushing it away with the garlic and attracting with the gold. You could make crafts go. You could run a whole city on free energy with just these elements, the red mercury, the gold, and the garlic. And I believe these major ancient cities were doing this. You know, you go back to Tartaria, the Hyperborean civilization, back to ancient Egypt, the real Egypt, because they give us a lot of propaganda where it is, and it's not even in the right location, but that's not for this show. But they were definitely using this red mercury, and there's evidence of this everywhere. So I believe the Aztecs, the Mayans, they were all using it. They were way further advanced than we are now because they were tapped into the frequencies of nature. They were also using it when they died. There's accounts of emperors with this in their coffin.
Why archaeologists are afraid to open the tomb of China's first emperor. It's been 50 years since villagers digging a well discovered the site. Yet no one has seen inside the tomb since nearly 2,300 years ago, when Emperor Qin's body was sealed within. The emperor certainly had grand ambitions for his tomb, which spans 98 square kilometers and even includes his famous terracotta army consisting of 8,000 soldiers and horses. Just a little further on this pyramid lies the emperor's tomb. According to the historian Sima Qian, the workers who prepared the tomb and attended the burial were walled alive in the mausoleum at the end of the ceremony, so the secrets of its construction would never be revealed. He also states that the tomb is protected by a multitude of traps, notably automatic crossbows, designed to stop anyone who ventures into the corridors. Worse still, he writes that the emperor's bronze sarcophagus is surrounded by a vast river of mercury. We know today that mercury is highly toxic, but the emperor believed it granted immortality. It remains uncertain whether the tomb will ever be opened, but officials prefer to wait for new technological advancements that will allow safe entry into the tomb without any risk of damaging the emperor's mummy or the surrounding treasure. Subscribe for more videos.
So you see, the first emperor was surrounded by mercury. Maybe it's connected to some resurrection technology. And red mercury in gold equals 187, which is the homicide code. Remember, Confucius told us, symbols rule the world, not the laws of man. The elites have a secret language of symbols and numbers. It's called Gematria. Comes from Jewish Kabbalah mysticism. Now, who is the god Mercury? Well, it's Hermes. Mercury is the Roman god. Hermes is a Greek counterpart. And you won't believe this. Red mercury and gold equals 187, matching MH370. The flight that went missing in transit.
Wow.
Which would be connected to Hermes. And on that flight, there were several people that had patents to free energy technology. Interesting.
Crazy coincidence.
Now, Schumann resonance is also in that 187 cipher, and sound frequency. Then if you look at red mercury and garlic, you get 57 in Chaldean. This cipher is based on 1 through 8. It's one of the oldest and purest ciphers. The ordinal one is just A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, all the way through Z is 26, based on the English alphabet. But red mercury and garlic equals 57, like law of attraction. And what's it do? The garlic repels the mercury. It's the law of attraction right there. And Mercury is element 80. Well, secrets to the universe is 80, guys. These are hidden secrets that are not meant for the peasant class.
You saw that? Red Mercury properties, they're just amazing. But guess what? They will never let this information out. So do me a favor. Share this video.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Drive, Uncle, please.
Please. Please, please. Please. My car is everything broke,
Uncle,
my friend.
Uncle.
My friend, everything broke.
Uncle, drive fast, Uncle. Drive fast, Uncle.
My friend, everything, my car
Uncle,
is
drive
broke.
fast. I'm gonna pay you, Uncle. Look, Uncle.
They're coming. You're going somewhere, my friend.
Hey, take money, Uncle. I'll give you money. Don't worry, Uncle.
Where are you going?
Drive fast. Fast, Uncle.
Yeah, follow me, my friend.
Drive fast. Uncle, I'm bleeding in there. Drive fast.
My friend, they follow me. Tell me which way do I go?
Go right. Go right, Uncle.
Right, yeah?
Yeah.
My friend, tell me which way I'm to go. Big boss, tell me which way to go.
Go straight. Go straight, Uncle. I'll call police, don't worry. Uncle, I'm bleeding, Uncle.
They're still coming, my friend, here.
Uncle, go.
Brother, they already here, brother. I tell you, going somewhere, brother.
Ayo.
Brother.
Ayo, I'm getting ducked down. I just got bored.
They're behind me, brother.
Wallahi, bro. 1 second.
Brother, which way do I go, brother? Tell me.
Uncle, go police station.
I don't know which way to police station.
Go police station, Uncle. I need the police. I'm getting followed by a car. Uncle, go
Brother,
straight,
which way to go? My car
Uncle, go straight, Uncle. Miss, I'm getting followed by a car.
Brother, they're behind me, brother.
Yeah, I'm getting followed by a car, miss.
Brother, they're behind me.
A cop?
They tried to stop me.
Brother.
I didn't see a cop.
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh, God!
In here, and a shaft that you rotate.
So, I mean, like on the space station, how many of these would you have?
7, because we have 7 windows.
What happens if you get a leak on that?
Then you have a leak.
You just have a leak.
And what you would do is...
lose air.
Yeah, you would probably seal the whole cupola off. And then there's probably a plan, I don't know off the top of my head, but there's probably a plan for replacing the mechanism. Might require a spacewalk.
So my question is, how can you operate a lid on the outside of the space station by manipulating something mechanical on the inside of the space station without losing air pressure?
It's called real good engineering.
Of what the mission goals
Good
are
lies.
for your time on orbit, and what responsibilities and jobs are going to be yours when you're up there.
Well, I'm one of the science guys, and I'm one of the repair guys. And fortunately, there's lots of science and lots of repair to do on station, so that will certainly keep us all busy.
Read between the lines. Take a listen.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical
The way he's lying is just embarrassing.
and exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe high orbit in Venus atmosphere, maybe going to Europa. There's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in our solar system. The only limit to human future is in our own imaginations.
Frankenstein factories where they create alien-looking
There's no
beings.
question about it. I had a friend that worked up at the test site who went to work in the 80s, the early 80s, late 70s and early 80s over in Saudi Arabia. We sat down in the early 80s at my house over on the other side of town. There was kind of a lull in the conversation. He says, John, what do you know about cloning? And I said, nothing. I mean, this was so far out to me. And he said, just let me tell you, it's all real and it's all happening. And this is from Cecil McMains, a guy who's so down to earth, who worked on the SR-71, who did a lot of stuff, you know, and he would never, ever come out with something so unusual.
He said on level 5 he'd walk on by and people would be in cages and screaming.
And it was what, in the 80s?
Told to,
I heard that.
To walk straight
Imagine
on through
today.
and not look or pay attention.
Yeah.
These people are all mad.
I heard that.
Come
on. It really is a Frankenstein factory.
Like, you got that chain on. Like, when you ain't have no money, did you really want a chain? Do you really like diamonds like that, or you just need that shit? That shit ain't cheap. When you ain't have it, you like, ain't no way I spend that on a chain. Now you don't even think twice about that. Do you need it or do you want it? It's something in you as a black man that made you like that gold and them diamonds. You don't even know why.
African history would say...
I'm not talking about no history. I'm talking about your personal preference.
Well, I'm attracted to it.
You don't even know why, though. Think about it, what it really is, bro. Gold is an element. That's natural. It hit different when you got that shit. It charge you up, so you get some kind. It's an exchange. It's something that you get from wearing it.
Right.
It give you a positive charge. Make you think better. Same way you could put on a copper. It could be. You don't even have to do that. It could be copper, and you might feel 10 times better, bro.
Right.
Seen that shit with them old people. Grandma, why you got that bracelet on? Baby, if I take this bracelet off.
I looked it up, and it was like the diamonds are like good for depression and anxiety. It makes you not have stuff like that.
What do you really mean about time speeding up?
Well, let me answer in the form of a question. Which lasts longer? 1,000,000 years in which nothing happens, or 10 seconds with 50,000 events crammed into it? In other words, really time is only experienced by the events which occur within it. And I maintain that the early universe had very little going on, and consequently time moved very, very slowly. The character of time as we approach the present is that there are more and more physical domains and energetic domains in which change can occur. So when I say time is speeding up, what I mean really is that more and more is happening. More and more is happening. And if you ask the question, well, what would be the ultimate state of connectivity or of happening? It's when all points are connected to all other points. Somehow this concept of connectivity is intimately linked to the concept of complexity. And so really what I'm saying is that the universe is getting its act together. It's connecting the dots. It's bringing everything into co-relationship with everything else. And somehow it does this through the production of consciousness. Consciousness is this integrative function in biology which takes data which may appear profoundly unrelated, and in fact brings it into some kind of a congruent relationship. We say an organism coordinates a point of view. Well, in a way, what's happening over time is that the universe is coordinating a point of view. And as it does this, it becomes somehow more aware, more self-conscious, more being-like.
This
and
is deep,
less
guys.
thing-like. And as I said, this process is not proceeding at a steady pace. It's proceeding faster and faster. More connectivity occurs now in a calendar year than occurred in 1,000,000 years, 1,000,000,000 years ago. So somehow, as we approach the present, we find ourselves in an ever denser realm of activity, interrelationship, connectivity, and the result of this is more of the same, producing a shrinking globe, ever more immersive technologies, dissolution of political, social, gender, and class boundaries of all sorts. So that's what I mean when I say the universe is speeding up.
Divorce in the Black. Tyler Perry's latest movie has
Worst
been...
movie ever.
Yeah, God.
Humiliation ritual.
Yeah, in the first 8 minutes, just what the... I mean, if anyone thought about us in some kind of way, that's to show that, to put that in...
Tyler Perry has been making black people look like buffoons and idiots for years, and pawning it off as culture. Oh, this is our culture. This is how we is. No, that's not how we is.
What do you feel happened to Black Hollywood to where it used to be an event to put out a black movie?
Tyler Perry happened to Black Hollywood, and he did it by using stupid, ignorant, so-called Christian to fund all of his very home behavior. He ain't Richard Smallwood. He's a whole cross-dressing weirdo. Let's just be honest. It was Black American churches that made Tyler Perry rich. They went to all his plays. Like, Tyler Perry plays started in the churches. And he took all of that money and hustled that money and hustled that money and hustled that money into the television shows. And yet, how many churches does he donate to? Because the only one I've ever seen him donate to was T.D. Power Bottom's Jake Church. And they both attended the freak offs, you know, as brethren. Amen. Push the baby out. That's what happened to Black Hollywood. They allowed the Wayans to become gatekeepers and move people like Robert Townsend out of the way. That's what happened to Black Hollywood. They let... Did anybody just see Roseanne on her podcast talking to Dave Chappelle's co-star from Half Baked?
I didn't get to see it, but
you should watch it.
I'm gonna watch that.
And how he said Dave got visited and he was there the day that they came and told him, and the next thing you know, he said he went to Africa and he ain't been the same since he came back.
Oh, I did see that, yeah. He said he was there the day that happened.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. From the second that I saw Dave Chappelle on SNL doing shush shush to Kanye West, I wondered too. Right. Just like I still wonder about Kevin Hart.
Right.
And why I haven't seen my friend 40 since he's been in that accident. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
He said a different man came back, and he knew Dave well, very well. And a different man came back.
Yeah.
I want to go more.
Have you ever asked yourself what's really behind the whole industry?
To the moon landing, actually. You called the moon landing the Easter Bunny for adults.
A lot of people, like, we just have good, like, you have your instincts. I always say, like, your gut is divine. Like, that, somebody tells you something and you just go, doesn't really make sense, right? I don't really know. But then suddenly psychology, what they realize that if you just keep saying to someone something, it becomes true. And again, the bigger the lie, people will believe it. And so what we have is what Scott Adams refers to as the non-expert problem. So your gut tells you, like, sounds pretty crazy that we went to the moon all these times for a couple of years and then we just didn't go back forever and we were just like done. Like, that sounds weird. And where's the technology? And they didn't even have cell phones. And like, you're telling me this, they live streamed this and there was a phone call. I don't know, like, it just seems like a little weird for like 1969. But you're like, well, I don't really understand kind of outer space. So I'm not going to debate this, but my gut tells me this is all BS. So then I decided to read this document. It was 119 pages. And I know there's a book too, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. And he just broke down the science in a way that was very digestible. So I didn't have a non-expert problem. And so there's a basic thing that you guys can do. If you're like somebody who's like, it had to have happened, the moon landing, what you can do is look up Van Allen belt. Okay, so there's a Van Allen belt. So we have never gone beyond that belt, right? There's been no human that's gone beyond that belt since the moon landings, allegedly. And not even Elon Musk, when they go out to space, they have to stay, like there is a space station, but like once you get 200 miles out, you hit the Van Allen belt, which has an incredible amount of radiation. NASA has said, like, in order for us to get through it, we'd have to have cement blocks around someone. So I want you to just Google, if you're watching this, the temperature of the Van Allen belt, okay? Just Google that. And you're gonna get something like, at the lowest points in the Van Allen belt, it's, I think, 3,000 Kelvin. And at the highest points, it's like 30,000 Kelvin. And then I want you to Google what material the shuttle was made out of. And then I want you to Google at what temperature
that would burn.
That would just burn. And you're just going to laugh out loud. You go, this literally doesn't make sense that an aluminum alloy could have gone through the Van Allen belt for an hour and a half or 59 minutes. It just couldn't have happened. It literally can't happen. There's no explanation for it. They just don't even talk about it. They don't like talking about the Van Allen belt because that part makes entirely no sense. And then he went through and he spoke about like the camera. So they allegedly took camera. I want you to Google the temperature of the moon. Okay, they had their big bulky gloves on. They took these cameras and just go, hey, what camera is that from 1969 that was able to survive temperatures of like 250 degrees of Fahrenheit to like negative 250 degrees Fahrenheit, just like on the moon while they were just like jumping around. And you're gonna go, where's this camera? Then Google's gonna tell you, oh, actually, they only made 8 of those cameras, and they decided to give them, you're gonna love this, to a guy who makes movies. I'm blanking on the name of this guy who just a couple of years before the moon landing, he's a famous director. He made a movie about outer space. What's it? Kubrick, Stanley Kubrick. So he was friends with Jack Parsons, who established the Apollo program for NASA. So those two were friends. They were out in LA and they literally worshipped Satan. They were both Aleister Crowley recipients. So they were considered, the religion was called Thelema. And his protege was Jack Parsons. He was the creator of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which became the Apollo program. So Jack Parsons was a committed Satanist, and they would have sex rituals. And it was him and the founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard, yeah.
Yes, the founder of Scientology. They were out here in Pasadena, and both of them were, every time that they would light a fuse to see if the rocket would go, they would say satanic chants. Here's what's so crazy. Any of this sounds nuts, don't go find it on Reddit. You don't have to go a deep rabbit hole. It's on Wikipedia. Look up Jack Parsons on Wikipedia. All of this information is right there. They were literal Satanists. And then they established, after this, the Apollo program.
And again, they're using their favorite technique as its finest. Bigger the lies, bigger the believers. But as a truth seeker, I count on you to spread the truth. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.